guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. How are y'all all doing today? I hope y'all are all having an amazing day. I know I am. Hold on. We were just live talking about this Antoine Macy situation and the jailbreak or let out that occurred in Louisiana last week. And I had a lot to say. So that video ran a little long and we're back. We're back on. Oh, y'all back. I was clicking on something else. I just clicked on. We're back because I wanted to separate them because it was getting a little bit too long. Okay. Y'all. We're here to get into what's been going on recently in the Diddy trial. Okay. And before we do, I want to pull up this IG post that as soon as I clicked off, I saw the IG post. Oh, I'm tingling, y'all. Y'all know I ain't gonna be here for much longer because I gotta go work out. But I want to share this post from Jamie Foxx. He calls Diddy nasty amid the federal trafficking trial. All that gotten baby oil. Why you so nasty? For Black people, that was our hero. Okay. I want to read the thing. He said, well, promoted his next special. What happened was he took a moment in the Q&A to address the ongoing legal trouble. He said, Diddy is crazy, huh? Fox asked the crowd. I don't know if he is going to jail, but he's a nasty mother effer. Am I right? Especially for us. White people, like it's cool, but for Black people, that was our hero. All that goddamn baby oil. Boy, why you so nasty? He continued. For Black people here, you know how that hurt us, referencing the downfall of Diddy's legacy and hit like it's all about the Benjamins, he added. That was our whole culture. Now it's about baby oil. Listen. I wanted to put that up there. And can I say something? I recently, this weekend, Sunday, Sunday, I was watching Denzel Washington in, oh my God, where he played Frank Lucas. I forgot the name. Y'all know that Frank Lucas was Diddy's cousin uncle, but was his godfather. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know if you look at the movie, okay, I rewatched it. Again, I watched it previously, but after doing, y'all know I did that video on Melvin. Okay, his name was Melvin Combs. Okay, I did the video on Melvin Combs, right? And in the video I did on Melvin Combs, I saw, we found out a little bit of information. Hindsight 2020, I go back this past Sunday, and we watching it, and I'm like, Mel, when he called down south to call the brothers to come up, his brothers and his cousins. Remember, what's his name? I forgot the actor's name, but he's an actor. He the one who played Huey. He picked the phone. He was like, yo, Melvin. I was like, yes, Melvin. Then when you go back, watch that movie. Melvin was in the party. Remember, it was a cop in the party. I'm going to get to the thing. He was, coked out, drinking things. Melvin ended up popping the cop, remember, in the leg. Why? Because the cop was feeling up on the girlfriend, a.k.a. Janice Combs. Hindsight 2020, when you recognize the players and what's going on, you see why Diddy think he could be running around here the way he running around here when he came from a long line of Frank Lucas is his great uncle or great cousin, whatever. I don't know how that works. His dad's cousin. He grew up underneath him. That's his granddad. And I remember Frank Lucas worked for Bugsy. There is 100% of a reason why the police should have been paying attention to Diddy from the 90s. because only the kids were left. Remember, they locked all of them up and threw away the keys and all of that shit. There was a little boy at the table during the Thanksgiving dinner. Was it Thanksgiving dinner scene? Sitting between Melvin and Janice, or who is Melvin? They never said the girl name, but of course it was Janice. And who was that little boy sitting there? Who's that little boy sitting there? That's all I'm gonna say. Now we moving on to today. Y'all, let's pull it up. Shout out to Inner City Press for giving all of us a play-by-play on what is going on. Okay. I look at this every morning. Okay. Inner City Press. We're going to get into that in a moment. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it like this. Because y'all don't need to read it. I'll read it for you. Well, no. You know what? I'll do it like this. Let me look at some of the comments. How are y'all doing? We're back at it. I know. But I'm going to work out, and it's fine if I make it a little late. Hello, everyone who came back. Thank y'all so much. Thank you all. Don't forget to donate to the channel. Your girl put in work. I make 2 live streams back to back. I'm doing it. She said it's not true. No, it was his. Okay. It was his uncle. Melvin and I was about to say Bugsy and Frank Lucas were cousins. Watch the movie. I just rewatched the movie. That was his cousin. When he was telling Huey, you need to check that. He ended up, we didn't see that part in the movie, but we saw why he ended up unaliving him. Right? We saw why that happened. He was on them things, out of control, just like his son. If you pay attention, the wife was all, the cop was feeling Janice. I said what I said. Okay. American Gangster. Thank you, Versatility. And shout out to you, girl. I seen your new TikTok post. Shout out to you. Congratulations. So yeah, it's not his godfather. It's worse. They're blood. They blood. Hey DC. DC been a member forever. Thank y'all so much. It's his cousin. I don't know how much time they're gonna say it, but it's whatever. I don't know. In the movie, I'm just watching the movie. In the movie, the cop with Melvin and the girl who's the baby mama, girlfriend, wife, whatever. Yeah. They was talking with the cop. The cop was like, yeah, I arrest everybody. Y'all remember that part of the movie? And he went to feel her up. And she was with the shit. She was like, oh yeah, feel me, baby. And then he pulled him and then he popped the cop. And remember, he was bleeding all over Denzel Washington's, Frank Lucas. What did he call it? He said, this is my chantilly rug. He said some shit. He was like, don't wipe it. Dab that bitch. I was dying. I was like, bam, right there. I was like, oh, because the last time I seen the movie was before I made that Melvin video. Okay. So anyway. All right. We can agree to disagree. I done. So I'm going to go in. Where am I? Oh, Inner City. I don't know why I have 2 Twitters pulled up. Okay. So Inner City, we're going to start from 3 hours ago. Even though 3 hours ago was during break, I forgot who they were, who they met with before. This guy, Eddie Garcia, is a security guard. Who's a security guard for the Intercontinental Hotel in California. Cool. In LA, whatever. So yesterday he popped up on the stand for a little bit and he was like, he pleading the fifth because again, he don't want to go to jail. And he probably don't want to get deported. Listen, he probably don't want to get deported. That's probably what it is. I literally, and just a side note real quick, there was a case that was like last week. Some shit happened last week where one of the Orangina's peoples was like, oh, people are trying, someone sent a letter saying they were going to come after Orangina and take him out of here before they self-deport, right? Y'all might have saw it on the news, y'all might not have. Come hindsight 2020, come to find out, it wasn't the guy who they said it was. He was assaulted by the clan, by the white people, by the white people. He was assaulted, and the person who assaulted him got one of his KKK people to write the letter, because again, and send it to the White House, hoping that this guy would be deported before the case against him came up. That's what happened. So it's happening a lot lately. People are this wild out here, okay? So I'm assuming Eddie Garcia, like, listen, mira. I don't want to get deported. I don't want no problem. Okay, I'm not making fun. I'm just being funny. Okay, I'm just being funny. All right. I'm hyped up off of this shit, so don't mind me. I'm just being funny. I'm Panamanian. It's not racist. Okay, anyway, so he came up yesterday and was like, nah, I don't want to. Self-incrimination. Basically, he don't want to get deported. I guess the assistant, the attorneys was like, you ain't gonna get deported, etc., etc. So now he on stage, right? Now he on in the thing testifying, right? Because he don't want to get deported. Let's call a spade a spade. Okay, go. Boom. So, and I even seen this other case, I ain't gonna hold you, it was like last week as well, or the week before, with this girl, she was R-worded. And they deported her. She called, she did it, and I'm assuming the person who did it to her, just like the case I just told you before, called ICE so they can get out of it. That happened. But again, they voted for this, so it's fucked up. But what you want me to do? Okay, so let's start. Inner city press. Okay. So, Assistant U.S. Attorney General, okay? She said from who? Okay. So the dude basically said, hold on. I got to go back a little bit more. It's a lot. It's a lot of shit happening, but I got to go back more. Because from who doesn't make sense to start from. Come on, man. Normally, he has this shit in a whole row. I don't know what's happening. Or is he shit? I don't know what's happening. Keep that shit in line. Okay, here we go. 4 hours. Okay, but it's not going to take that long to read. Judge, is Garcia competent to testify about the video, given his position in hotel security? Assistant. When I say assistant, I mean assistant attorney general. I mean assistant district attorney. Okay, or whatever. U.S.'s district attorney. I have not really asked him about that aspect. Judge, you are not using the correct cell phone video, so that could get in whatever. Let's keep going. Let's keep going until they bring this nigga in the courtroom. Okay. Where does he live? Okay, he lives in Florida. So I guess he's scared. He don't want to get deported, okay? And you know what's happening in Florida right now. They done listen. All right, jury all right. The government calls Eddie Garcia. Where did you work on the day in question? He said the Intercontinental. I'm tweaking. Okay, I am tweaking. This shit done kicked in. It's all right. We're going to go run it out. The Intercontinental Hotel. I was told there was an incident involving Sean Combs. Do you see him here? Points to him. Lawyer. Let me show you your sign-in sheet for that day. Garcia, yes, I signed in week ending March 10th, 2016. Could you monitor all the cameras? Not all, but more than one at a time. You know, it's a camera bank. Can't monitor. Who the fuck sees all of that at once? He said, not all, but more than one at a time. He said, would you be required to check the monitors? He said, yes. Hold on. I don't care. I'm tweaking and I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening right now, but I don't care. Not you, girl. All right. Let me just continue. I'm not even gonna look at the comments because I said what I said and I don't care. Okay. Did you initially recognize the individual involved in the incident? He said, not at first, but when I looked closer, yes, it was Mr. Sean Combs. He said, and did you learn who the second individual was? He said, yes, Cassie Ventura. Why was law enforcement not called? Ms. Ventura did not request it. He said, did you review the incident report? He said, yes, there was an attachment that I didn't open on a computer, a video file. Did you receive a call? He said, yes. From who? Christian, what's her name? KK. Hold on, give me a second so I can post this shit here. He said KK. Okay, let me go right here. Oh, hell. Wait a minute. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. Hold on. I'm just trying to add the tag. Don't mind me. Do it at once. Okay. So let's go back. He said KK with the New York City area code. Okay. Probably is 646, 347, 718 if you a gangster like me. I don't know. She asked if you had the video. He said, what did she ask? She asked if I had the video. He said, what did she ask for? He said the video. She said, Mr. Combs has been intoxicated and didn't remember exactly. Objection, Your Honor. Sustained. Sidebar. Okay. They're back. Lawyer. What did you tell KK Garcia that she would have to talk to management? Okay. Did she reach out again? He said, yes, I got a call from the lobby that she was there looking for me. What did she ask for? The video. How did you respond? That she had to talk to management or file a subpoena, right? Because that's how it's supposed to go, right? Okay. This is proving Diddy as I don't know what the fuck. Okay. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, all that good shit, okay? That she had to talk to management or file a subpoena. Did you tell her what you saw in the video? Yes, I told her off the record, it's bad. Did you get another call? He said, yes, from a New York City area code, probably another one, okay? It was KK. She put someone else on the phone. Who? Mr. Combs. He asked, do you know who I am? What did you say? I said, yes. He asked for the video. Said he had been intoxicated. I told him I can't give the video. How did he sound? He was talking fast and stuttering. He sounded nervous. Did you email management? Yes. Bring up whatever. What is it? The email I sent. So he sent the email. He's trying to do his job. Okay. He was trying to do his job. All right. He's like, listen, I don't want no problems. I just want to do my job and go home. Okay. Cool. He said the email I sent. Objection. Overruled. The email has shown that KK phone number on it, not redacted. It says Combs, aka P Diddy, said he was a patron and wanted to talk to you. Did you get more calls from KK? He said yes, on my personal number. They done found out his personal number. Okay, listen. How did you react? Nervous. Okay, because why wouldn't he be nervous? KK passed the phone to Mr. Combs again. What did he say? That I sounded like a good guy, that he could help, that something like this could ruin him. He wanted the video. He said if it got out, it would ruin his career. I said I didn't have access to the server. He told me he believed I could make it happen. He would take care of me. What did you think he meant? Money for the video. What did you do? Reached out to my supervisor about it. The supervisor was with the shits, okay? Who was your supervisor? Bill Medrono. He told me he would do it for 50 stacks. What did you think that meant? He'd give the video for 50 stacks. What did you do? Call KK. She put Mr. Combs on. He called me Eddie, my angel. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Why is this shit not linking up like it did before? Okay, I'm gonna go to the 3 hour. I don't know what's going on. Twitter probably trying to mess this guy's flow up because he's been killing. Okay, but I'm gonna just go back to where I saw the 3 hours and start again from there. It's like they're breaking his shit up on purpose or whatever. But okay, Garcia. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to get this video. Get this. Okay, it's broken up, but I'm gonna find it. It's fine. I'm gonna go here and then go back up. Maybe he had to. Okay, 27 minutes. Let's go back up from here. Okay. I just had the hour. Give me 1 second, y'all, because this shit is pissing me off. And he keeps sharing shit, which is messing up the algorithms. You know, Twitter is trash ever since they fired everybody. You can't be doing all of this shit and trying to keep it consistent. It's not going to work. Okay. Okay, what they say? 4 hours ago. Combs. So I guess the thing, one of the lawyers was like, the way the video is cut, make it appear that Mr. Combs came right after Miss Ventura and she didn't. I like to address the timestamps. Okay, we spoke about that. The government called. Okay, we spoke about that. I said access. Okay. What did you do? Told Mr. Combs. Okay, hold on. Just give me 1 second. I have access to the server. He said he gonna miss me, Eddie, the angel. Okay. And then after that, Garcia, Mr. Combs told me I knew you could do it. Let's do it right away. I told my supervisor. What did he do? He went into the server room. Then he handed me a black USB and said, done. The video was in the USB. What did you do? Told Mr. Combs. Where did Mr. Combs want to meet? West LA. He said, let's get it done. He wanted a video as soon as possible. I told Bill Medrano. He told me to tell the others I was on an errand for him. Bill was with the shits. Bill was like, pass me my bread. Where was the meeting point? Garcia, a big high-rise building. I called the number and someone came, said he was Mr. Combs' bodyguard. How did he look? Older African-American, heavy set, 6'3" to 6'5", a big burly hole. Okay. What did he say? That he kind of came up with Mr. Combs, that he was a good guy. I was doing a good thing. Upstairs. He said upstairs. Mr. Combs was smiling, called me Eddie, my angel. My voice was cracking. So I said I was coming down with something because Eddie is trying to just do his job and go home. Okay. But they got him caught up in this bullshit. Eddie was hoping his supervisor would have just called the cops but the supervisor was the shits, little Italiano. And now Eddie got to testify, put himself in danger of being fucking deported. Okay. Mr. Combs told KK to get some of the tea that he liked. Then he asked, do you have it? I said yes and handed it to him. Where'd he go? He left, came back. He asked if it was the only copy. She said, and you said, I believe so. He said he believes so. Then Garcia said, Mr. Combs said it had to be the only copy. Nothing in the cloud. I called Mr. Medrono. Okay. the Italiano. I said what I said. And he said it was the only copy. He took it off the server. And what else did you say? That if Cassie father complained, I could get in trouble because he's worried about being deported. Okay, listen, he's worried about being deported. He ain't here for none of that smoke. He came to work and go home. He ain't want none of that smoke. Then Garcia said, Mr. Combs said, don't worry, Cassie wants it going too. He called her on FaceTime and showed me she was in a hoodie, but I recognized her. Basically, she was, remember, she said she had to go get surgery. She had to go and do this because her face always fucked up. So she was in a hoodie. Half of her face was covered, probably with glasses, talking about, yeah, whatever did he say? Yeah. Okay. He said, what did Cassie say? Garcia said that she had a movie coming out and wanted this to not come out. He said he wanted my ID, and that of Mr. Merdano and the responding officer, Mr. Flores. But he is a very straight guy and probably wouldn't do it. Told Bill, what did what did the supervisor say? We'd get Henry Ellis, the other responding officer. So basically, they already knew one of them couldn't be bought off. So they decided to buy the other one off. Cool. Remember last week when they were talking about the incident reports and pictures and shit disappearing from LAPD? I told y'all they putting all this shit together. They putting all this shit together. Just little pieces. So the other guy, responding officer, did it. Mr. Combs saw the ID. He looked at Henry and said, yeah, that's him. Then he brought out the NDA that I wouldn't speak about it. Did you recognize this? They brought out an exhibit. It states that I provided the only copy of the video. Did you read it? He said, no, I was nervous. Were you given a copy? He said, no. If I'm not given a copy of an NDA, I don't know what the fuck you even talking about. I wasn't there. And the NDA, what were the liquidated damages? He said $1 million. Basically, $1 million. He would have to give Puffy $1 million if he broke an NDA, but an NDA isn't legal when it comes to criminal activity. See how that works? See how these big ballers be trying to get people? And then she said, how much were you making? He said $10.50 an hour. Okay. So then what? He said, Mr. Combs put cash through the money counter. There were stacks of 10,000s at a time. The machinery displayed at the end 100,000. Why the additional 50K for me and what I thought was Israel Flores? How did Mr. Combs give you the money? He said in a brown plastic bag, in a brown paper bag. Was the bodyguard there? He said yes. And KK, was she present? He said, I would say at some points, yes. I stood up, signifying that I'd be leaving because he was like, I don't even want to be here, but okay. Mr. Combs escorted me to my car. He asked how I would spend it. He said not to make any big purchases. The judge said, Mr. Steele, if you are objecting or speaking into the microphone that's sustained, disregard the last part. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Something happened in court. Okay, whatever. What did you do? Garcia said, called Bill and gave him 50 stacks. How much to Mr. Ellis? 20 stacks. So how much did you get? 30 stacks. I'm not doing all the work and only getting 30. Diddy would have had to give 120, boy, but I'm not doing all the work, but whatever. He was just trying. He ain't even want to be there. So he's like, all right, whatever. Okay. Did you hear from Mr. Combs again? He said, yes. He called and told me happy Easter if I ever needed anything. And did you reach out to him later? He said a few years later via Instagram, asking if there were any work in LA. I never heard back. Sidebar. They're back. Anything further, Miss? Okay. The Attorney General. Yes, Mr. Flores. Did you see the video again? He said yes, on a news outlet. Also, Mr. Flores messaged me a screenshot. Did you keep those messages? No, I wanted nothing to do with it. Were you contacted by law enforcement? Yes. Did you tell the truth? No, I wanted nothing to do with it. He don't want to get deported. This is what it is. Did you get your own lawyer and then told the truth? Yes. No further questions. Mr. Steele. So this is, when I say lawyer now, this is Diddy's lawyer. You were in the condominium unit with Mr. Combs and others and received double what your boss was requesting. Fair? Yes. You told your boss because you were honest, right? You asked Mr. Combs for work? Yes. Let me show you the NDA. This part says exclusions, right? Under NDA, you can't speak. Is my understanding, then he said, Garcia said, under NDAs, you can't speak, is my understanding. Then Steele said, it says nothing prohibits truthful statements in illegal proceedings. Garcia said, I see that. Then Steele said, you weren't law enforcement. He said, no, I have nothing further. Redirect. So Assistant Attorney General, NDA, can you read it? After, however, Garcia is notifying company to allow company to prevent disclosure. So you have to notify them first. Yes, objection. Point is, he told us about a couple of things up that he didn't get a copy of the NDA. So he didn't read it. He just was nervous. He didn't read it. He just signed it. And he tried to get the fuck up out of there. And this is the main part. He did not get a copy. So if he didn't get a copy, how do you expect him to know what's in there? But the Diddy's lawyers know that, but they just trying to, fumble and try to fuck people's brains up. Okay. So to redirect, can you read whatever? And then Assistant Attorney, United States Assistant Attorney General said nothing further. Judge break. Is that it? I did all of that. Let me see. Oh, they're back. Jury in. Oh, did they just get back? Oh yeah, hold on. It's about credit. Oh no, it's more. Hold on. Okay, let's bring the jury back out. All rise. I'm going to entertain a speculation into evidence during a search at Miami Airport. Law enforcement received 2 cells from KK's person. KK is going to testify. Publish that for the jury. It says 24 contacts, including Eddie, my angel. She had his name saved in there as Eddie, my angel, and his phone number. And Eddie, my angel, friend intercontinental. There was also a photo of the ID on the device. Jesus Christ. We are also entering into evidence records from Signature Bank. Any objections? Defense, no. With that, the government calls Derek Ferguson. How do you know Mr. Combs? Ferguson worked for him from 98 to 2017. That's a bid. That's 20. What was your role? CFO. How was your bonuses determined? Company results and my performance. Were you responsible for managing Mr. Combs' personal finances? Yes, at times during my tenure. Listen, that's not the personal things job, but okay. Who was your supervisor? Sometimes to Mr. Combs himself. How often did you interact with Mr. Combs? A couple of times a week. Later, he became more of a chairman. How did you communicate with him? Back then, pagers. Who is that? Uncle Paulie photo show. Paul. And these individuals, Roger Bond and D-Rock, they were security. What are Mr. Combs' sole owners? Ferguson, yes, 100% of Bad Boy Production and Films. What was his role? Creative and marketing. Did some ventures have partners? Bad Boy Entertainment with was with, I think that's supposed to be was with Arista, also with Warner. Sean John Clothing had a partner. What were the profits? He said very profitable. How was Mr. Combs paid? Sometimes salaries, sometimes distribution from the company. What is a distribution? It's solely owned or passed through like S Corp, but the owner determines the drawdown. Did each have a bank account? He said yes. Could you sign from the accounts? He said yes. Which bank did the Combs company use? He said Citibank, HSBC, and Signature Bank. Okay. What is this one? Janice Combs Music Incorporated. It furnished his name and likeness. Mr. Ferguson, are these your initials in section 4? Yes, it was that he said the date. Okay. Is this also a business checking account? He said yes. And this one, white Diaglo about Ciroc? Yes. How is the account funded? Inflow. What about credit cards? Primarily American Express, expense reimbursements. Did Mr. Combs have an Amex? He said yes. Did he use it for personal as well as professional? He said yes. And the company paid? He said yes. How was how was the outgoing cash handled? He had a petty cash account and cash advance. For example, for those traveling who didn't have an American Express card, when Mr. Cohn was paid in cash, how did it work? We'd match it if a contract I don't know what was supposed to be said. Were you aware of Mr. Combs security staff carrying cash for him? He said, I was not aware of that. And when you were responsible for his personal finance, what did you do? He said, budget for the year, properties, inflows and outflows. What properties did he own? He said the Hamptons, New York, Miami. They were held in LCCs for anonymity, anonymous. I can't speak right now, okay? The liability reduction and tax benefits, okay? Did you oversee any personal accounts for Mr. Combs? He said yes. Were you aware of him supporting other people? He said yes, from his personal earnings. Your Honor, this might be a good place for us to take a break. That's the Assistant Attorney General. How much more with this witness? He's like 20 minutes, we think. And Jane's starting late tomorrow. We expect 2 days for her cross-examination. Only Mr. Ferguson today. Yes, and if Mr. and go whatever cross goes long, may we stay late? The judge said okay. They're back. Judge, oh wait, hold on. Let's click this so I can see the most updated. They're back before the jury's in. So they're going to finish that up. I guess they're trying to connect the cash. Okay. As someone, and I got a business, a little something, a little website, a little YouTube, a little something. When you have a business like that, you are in control of everything. If I had a partner, like let's say I had a partner or whatever, you can't work it the way you can when it's a one-person business. Okay. When it's a one-person business, at the end of the day, you decide you do it, it is what it is. You're still supposed to have business accounts or whatever, but it is what it is. But when you have employees, right? When you have employees, you have, all of this shit. Like did he have? Bad Boy wasn't a one-man stop where it was just him, he in his house making beats, giving people beats, selling beats. That's not what's happening. Bad Boy was a global corporation. And he was messing around with the money and having people push it around and pay bills there and do this there. You cannot do that. Okay. That's how Al Capone got. That's how Al Capone got. Okay. Gotta be careful. Gotta pay your taxes. Okay. And you can't be funny with the money, especially when you have other people officially in the organization. Okay. That's why they were asking about partnerships and stuff. Okay. Pay attention. That's why they were asking about partnerships. I can't believe my phone is only at 30%. All right. So I'm going to finish up these comments. Where we are? We're at 40 minutes again? How we get here? How did we? All right. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save y'all ears. She said, I feel so over. Me too. I feel like, right now. I ain't even going to hold you. I am overstimulated as hell right now. Darnell was like, we're back. Okay. Let's keep pushing. This is extremely overstimulated. It's so late. See where we she's overstimulating. It's a lot. I see why we're in the resting Meghan Markle energy, because I can't either, girl. I can't either. The government created RICO and then they to keep mob mafia and gangs from racketeering acts, including pay for criminal activities via cash business funds, $4 prosecution across states. Bribes, kidnapping. Yeah, this shit is adding up. Okay. It's all right. These sweetest girl. She said, you make me scared to try energy. I guess it no. Yeah, I'm about to go burn it out. Don't worry about it. I'm about to go burn it out. Hello, Steven. Hello, Bippy. Yeah, but they don't have the news that I want. I have Blue Sky too, but Blue Sky is not giving me. I looked. I really did. When Blue Sky, well, I guess when it start, then I can completely go over there. But Steven said 50 Cent, he said he will be revealing a conspiracy, but it's not the only one expected. I believe it. They set it up last week for us to assume that Diddy unalived 50 Cent's manager, and this is the reason for him and 50 Cent have been having beef for. This is why they have beef, because he unalived 50 Cent's manager because he ain't give a fuck about that bullshit and was about to hire that girl. Capricorn. So we know why 50 is, I just saw 50 earlier today, was like, listen, I'm about to call, I'm about to try to get in touch with Trump. I'm about to call Trump and like, and let him know, give him reasons why he should not pardon Diddy. It's real for 50. And it might have to do with the fact or the accusation or the assumption that Diddy had Kevin Lighty. I forgot his name. I know the last name is Lighty. I think it's Kevin or Keith. I think it's Kevin. I might be wrong. Unalived. So I told y'all, it's building. They're building this shit. Okay. They connecting dots. Suge Knight speaks. I don't care about the kid what Suge Knight got to say. The bonuses are just running out of Diddy's. She said the bones are just rushing out of Diddy's closet. Cheese. I wait in on the talk about potential unaliving a Tupac, Diddy, and Kim. Me too. I think it's coming. I think all of it about to be wrapped up. I think it's coming. I think they about to, or they gonna get it so good and set it up, and then when he get convicted of they're gonna try him for unalivings. I think one or the other. He said, yeah, I saw it. Yeah. And you gotta think 50 Cent is a troll, but like, why would he do that? It makes sense. Common sense is common. We got it. Think about it. Let's think about it. She said, I think Trump will feed him. I don't know. 50 Cent got more pull, power, and money than Diddy. Plus, Diddy was out here shading Trump. We all shading Trump, but I'm just saying. And 50 Cent was, 50 Cent got pull. He does. So honestly, if I'm Trump or if I'm anybody, 50 or Diddy a perv. Okay, Trump a perv, so he understands, he associates. But this one got more money. 50 Cent got bread. This one got pulled. Diddy, even if Diddy is released, it's over. Let's call a spade. It's over. 50 got decades of more shit to do. I don't know. I know, but I was, I have people arguing with me in here. I don't want to fight. I don't want to tussle. Not in my own chat. Not in my own chat. Let's tussle with somebody else's. She said, Diddy always gave me New Jack Z vibes because he think he is. You know what? And Diddy might just go out like that. Okay? He said he trolled 50 Cent. Chris Lighty. Thank you. I don't know why I thought it was Keith. I don't know. But Chris Lighty, yes. Chris Lighty took his life, which I don't, listen, if you take in your life or if your mind is there, you're not hiring anybody. Your mind isn't on business. If you are in a part in your life where you are about to unalive yourself, what are you hiring assistants for? For what? And then the day before, or it was the day she was supposed to start, or the day before she was supposed to start, you unalive yourself? No, it sounds flaky to me. Sounds weird to me. Did he try to sign 50? Then he said no. I believe that, but this is shit from back in the day, so I don't remember, child. I was a child back then. I don't know. She said no shade, but I felt 50 million Trump with 50 is fearless and also not stupid. Yeah, he's not stupid. So I think 50 know what it is. 50's like, yeah, I'm gonna get you now. I agree. Even if they free him, he won't see him the same. Yeah, he's done. Business is done. Business is done. I think D-Rock will be put up as a co-conspirator. After they knock, after Diddy go down, all of the people that they mentioned, D-Rock, if KK didn't flip, I'm assuming she flipped. If she didn't flip, all of them are going to trial next. Diddy's number one. Let's deal with him. But they lined up. They lined up. They as soon as they got a conviction on him, all of them are lined up. And then they probably gonna be trying to take deals because they already know what's up. And then they're gonna be, if Diddy is found guilty and they line these motherfuckers up to do conspiracy shit, y'all know my mind be working. My mind be working. They line these niggas up on conspiracy, on, Rico, Let's say they need a little bit more proof for Kim. Let's say they need a little bit more proof for Biggie and Pac, Chris, and the plethora of other people who probably got. Let's say, where do you think they're going to get that information from? D-Rock, let D-Rock or any of them, D-Rock probably know where all the bodies are buried. Let Diddy get found convicted of a felony. D-Rock, now you up. You about to get convicted because, if Diddy convicted, bro, you're an accessory. You're convicted. How do you get out of that? How do you get out of that? Jaguar Wright ain't sipping tea. Jaguar Wright need to go take her medication. But we're not talking about her. How do you get out of that? You talk. If Diddy gets convicted for racketeering and and all of this shit, cool. What's next? What can D-Rock and the other security offer to try to get out of doing football numbers themselves? These men are already old. You know what? That's when we're going to get, because again, if they don't have all the, they're not going to put the murders, alleged unalivings on them. Because, but, and like I said, once he gets convicted of this, I think they're going to make another round on them unaliving charges for all of them. And by that time, the rest of these niggas who holding it down will be singing like a fucking bird. Or they might be unalive themselves. I think I would take out D-Rock if I was Diddy. Because he gonna talk. After you get convicted, he gonna talk. Because he don't want to get convicted. Can you imagine? You a grandpa now. And now you about to spend the rest of your time in jail over a job? Nigga, please. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna make one quick video left because I want to talk to y'all about something. Or maybe I'll wait until I come back because I'm a little jittery now. I need to burn this shit. We'll see what I do. Nonetheless, I appreciate y'all for coming. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all channels. Please like, please subscribe. And I'm going to get out of here so I can go work out because I feel like a crackhead right now, okay? Love, peace, and don't forget to live your life like it's golden because there's no other way to live.